every team should have a veteran. These veterans, they teach you the small nuances of your job or skill, and they save a whole lot of time and prevent repeated problems. I mean, there's this man, George Santayana, who once said, "Those who cannot learn from history are doomed to repeat it." And Mysterious Monkeys are no exception, as they have just signed Amazing and Kickiss. And everyone can see that this is a desperation move, and it may be too late. They're just now investing with 4 losses at week 4. And the logistics are extremely misunderstood from new team owners. I mean, you have Renegades and Echo Fox who had visa issues and their standings were affected as a result. And then you have Origin with faulty paperwork. And these desperation moves kind of just show a lack of business understanding. The initial costs for landmark names are heavy. Amazing and Kickiss, you're going to have to break out the checkbook for these guys. And this initial investment and contingency funds are necessary for a team in order to succeed within the LCS. Now, using unproven names is a big gamble with rookies. I mean, the discrepancy skill from Challenger to LCS is fucking vast. I mean, you have a different meta and you have higher numbered support crews, and then there's the whole stage fright aspect that you may not know for a rookie, and it could just be on the spot, and on that day they just have a stage fright episode. And Splice, they went through this whole rookie situation in their rookie split. Now, Splice had Yamato Cannon as the veteran, and he was a player before, so that makes him a great candidate for a coach, as he can relate to the players. But they still fought in relegation match, and Unlimited, he's the coach for Mysterious Monkeys, and he was also known for playing on Copenhagen Wolves in Season 3. But my point is, not every player is meant to be a coach, right? A teacher or a coach can explain things in multiple ways. Maybe one student gets it this way, maybe another student gets it this way. So you have to use different techniques for different people. And they're a master of their content, right? They have great communication skills, they have leadership, and they have a good emotional awareness. And by that, I mean, do you understand if your player is sad right now? Maybe because their family back home, they're having problems with them or with their girlfriend, or are they happy right then? Or are they just in the groove and they're on fire, and you change your coaching strategy based upon that? So it's not just about being a previously good player. And I'm not saying, Unlimited is the fault of this team, but a coach also is responsible for kind of building up a system, and maybe he just hasn't had time to build these systems up because he hasn't really been a coach for long. And a coach builds these systems for a player to follow, right? He builds a schedule, when they're going to wake up, when they're going to go to sleep, when they do scrims, when they do sponsorship stuff, and then he decides their practice regimen of how they practice and what efficiency he thinks is best for the team. He figures out punishments. Maybe there's a misorderly conduct and he wants to deal with that one specific way. Maybe there's something bad that happens on social media and he wants to punish his player because of that. And then he has to figure out his reward system. Maybe they sweep LCS for 1 week and he just decides to go do a steak dinner for everyone on him. And then he has to construct a feedback system of how is he going to give feedback to his players. Does he want to do it in a one-on-one scenario? Does he want to do it in a team setting? How does he want to do it? Would you rather maybe the players write down their thoughts and then give it to you so it's less kind of personal and there's that barrier kind of broken down? So you have to construct all of this, and then yet you bring in these new players, Amazing and Kickiss, and although they're veterans, you still have to fit them into the system, and you still have to kind of rearrange the system in order to accommodate them. And this roster, they just have no time to click, and the team must find their identity extremely quickly. So as you can see, this is just a whole entire uphill battle. And I'm not saying that adding Amazing and Kikis is a bad idea. I mean, it kind of gives this whole team a in-game leader. And I think an in-game leader is necessary. And that this leader, they should garner respect and have great communication. And a veteran is pretty capable of doing that. And that's the best case scenario for an in-game leader, is if they're a veteran, right? And an in-game leader, they can hear a different side that the coach doesn't hear. You know, maybe as a rookie player, you'd feel more comfortable talking to your in-game leader about a certain subject rather than your coach, because there's this type of empathy, right? You're all on the same side, and you all have this camaraderie. You're in the same position, so they experience the same things as you. So you should be able to relate to them. So while I think the roster move is a good one, I criticize Mysterious Monkeys and many other new teams for lack of planning and unwillingness to just do it correctly in the first place.